Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a year 1 teacher in my second year of teaching, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Yes, I am blonde now.
1, 2, 3.
So my previous 2 videos were like an NQT Q&A. I did part 1 and part 2. One question that I got asked was what are my classroom and like teacher must-haves, like stationery and things for the classroom, and it was just too much to answer in that video, so I thought I'd make a whole video about it and show you some of my classroom and teacher essentials. So if you are anything like me, then you've probably started collecting random things for your classroom and your teaching journey. However, please take a moment to stop buying things. I'm going to show you some of my essentials that might work for you, and also some things that you should really hold off on until you've seen your classroom and you know whether you need or not. Also, disclaimer, there is no need at all to buy anything for your classroom or to be a teacher. Like, the school should provide everything you need. These are just some extra things that have just made my life really easy, and then I'll also show you some things that you should really just hold up on. So I'm going to start off with some of my essentials that might work really well for you, and I'll let you know any recommendations. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this. Okay, this is Mr. Clean Magic Sponge. I bought it on eBay, so I think that's why it comes in like a weird packet. Normally it's in like a box container or whatever. But I got a pack of 2 of these more than a year ago, I think. Yeah, more than a year ago I got this, and I haven't even opened this one yet. I've just about destroyed my first one. Like, I'm just trying, I've got like this much left and I'm like trying to hold on to it, but I really need to start opening this one, but I'm trying to hold off for the new school year. So basically, this is just an absolute game changer if you often write on laminated pieces of paper or card. I have a lot of it on my displays. I have like my Star of the Day display. I write on little laminated card for my phonics lessons because I do sounds right. Basically every day I use it, and I find it so difficult to rub off whiteboard pen from laminated things. Like, even though it's designed for that and a lot of teachers use it, you have to really scrub. This just wipes it off. Literally, I'm not even exaggerating, straight away it comes off. And this was like a couple of £2 for a pack of 2. And honestly, it's just saved my life so many times, and it's the best thing ever. So I really recommend it. Obviously the school won't buy these, although if you can convert your head teacher, then hey, they might supply it for you. But yeah, treat yourself. A magic sponge, I recommend. My next teacher and classroom essential is a visual timetable. This was actually one that I made. I got very excited during my summer before becoming a teacher, and I really wanted a nice pastel themed classroom because who doesn't? And yeah, these are the visual timetable that I made. It took a really long time and it's really unnecessary to make your own. So if you just want this copy for free, I've literally put it in my TES store. Free download, and you can just print it off and laminate it. Or you can get someone like Twinkle, and I'm sure there's some others online too. But this is such an essential in any classroom to make it more inclusive, and a lot of children with SEND really appreciate having a timetable. They like the structure, they like knowing the routine. It also really helps me because I can just like remind myself like, what on earth am I doing next? So yeah, it's just an absolute essential. Like, I've never not had a visual timetable in my classroom. Like, even throughout my placements, my teacher and the people I was with, they had one in their classroom, so I would use that. But yeah, these are just really pretty. I'll show you some of them. My like main ones are in my classroom at the moment, but I got handwriting, library, circle time, meditation. Yeah, so these are just great. I've literally got loads of random things. So yes, if you want to save some time, feel free to download mine. If you want to have that adventure of making your own, I mean, it was fun, and it's quite nice that you have your own to make, but it's like a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. Linking to things that you can print off and laminate, I also really recommend having some flashcards. I just printed these off from Twinkle. They are the Year 1 common exception words. And yeah, I basically just always have these around. I also have a Year 2 packet from like my really amazing readers that read Year 2 words at the moment. But yeah, you just whip them out whenever you want. Oh, it's a free 30 seconds, let's whip out my flashcards, and then we just practice reading them and looking at the spelling. So yeah, they're just really handy, any time fillers in the day, and I've seen really good progress of my children learning how to read them, and I think it's because we just do them so often. So moving on to more stationery essentials. Obviously you're working in a school and they have a lot of stationery, so don't go overboard because you really don't need to. Like, the school will supply everything you need. Maybe label some of your things though, like that won't hurt. I've labelled my stapler because, you know, they can go walkabouts, and having Miss Aitken on it makes me feel safe, you know. But things that you might personally need, obviously the first one is a planner. Like, you can either get an academic... Really? Guys, please ignore my neighbour. He has like his own mechanic shop in his garage and it's so noisy. Anyway, yes, teacher planner. You can either just get a like normal academic year diary, that's fine. I personally went a little bit extra in my first year of teaching, and I had a paper chase actual like teacher planner, but I felt like there was a lot of extra stuff that I didn't really use, and lots of things about like assessment and things that realistically you do on the computer or online, so I didn't really use it. I had a lot of wasted pages. So this year I opted for a bullet journal, so I could just design it how I want, because before I'd have my planner and I'd have like a notebook that I do all my lists. Now I just have it all in one book, and it's been really great actually. Like, at the beginning of the year I was really into doing like really nice pages, and let me show you a few. Yeah, I did like my mood tracking and my habit tracking, and I did like themes, and it was really nice, and it looked really pretty and I had like a great time doing it. Slowly it's become like less and less, because I really just don't have time to do really pretty pages, so I've kind of just like put some washi tape on and like made it pretty basic, just stuff like this. And then this term is like proper stripped back. I'll show you one that hasn't got all loads of stuff on it. This is literally like what I do now. I literally write the days of the week and maybe like leave some extra space for notes, and then eventually this will just get filled with to-do lists. So yeah, I haven't really kept up with my really aesthetically pleasing planner, but it's just so helpful to like personalise it myself. It does take a little bit more effort if you want it to, so that's the basic preference, whether you want to just get one that's already done for you. But I can't really tell you what you would prefer, so just have a little think about what kind of planner girl or guy are you. Also, nice highlighters or washi tapes, they're great to add a little something to your planner. Completely unnecessary, but I find them very useful to highlight key events and things, and just to make it look pretty. When it comes to marking, of course your school will provide you with marking pens. Like in my stationery cupboard we have like a couple of boxes of pens, are the colours for marking, and we could just help ourselves. However, I do recommend having a pen that has the colours that you need for marking. So I have purple for progress, which is like things they've done well basically, and then green for growth, so corrections and things. And I have both of those colours here, as well as some other pretty colours for my planner. And what I do is I just love how it has the little, you know, what's this thing? You know, the hook. So what I do, I literally hook it on to my lanyard so that when I'm walking around the classroom, I will always have this pen near me so I can live mark in the class and I don't have to like hold all my pens. So if I'm just like going around helping kids and I spot like an error or something, I'll just like quickly pop out my green one, or I can give them some like purple ticks, for example. So obviously not essential, but it just saves a lot of time, and it's quite nice to just have your pen hanging by your neck, you know. Another essential for me is a good sharpener, like one with a little pot. I keep this on my desk. The children have been given their own sharpeners that I actually, well, my dad bought my class, and I put them in their little pencil cases, and normally without COVID they'd just be a load at the back that they can share. However, I just find having a really good sharpener on your desk where you always know where it is just really important, so you can just like quickly help a child if they're taking like 10 minutes to sharpen their pencil. I also have a couple of like folder essentials. So my first one is this. I don't really know what you would call this. It's not a plastic wallet like the ones with the holes in that you put in folders. It's literally like a plastic sleeve, I think they call it. I got like a packet of 10 for like £1 or something really ridiculously cheap, and I just find them so useful. It's quite a random thing to say, but I honestly use it so much and I found it really useful having them around. For example, if they do a spelling test or an assessment and it's too thick to put them all in like a normal plastic wallet, I will just grab it all, shove it in here, and then I know that I won't lose any of the individual test papers or anything because it's all in one place, and it's like thick enough to stick them all in. Another essential is display books. I think that's what they're called. These, basically you have like inside, you will just have a bunch of like already built-in plastic wallets. This one is for all my sounds right things. That's the scheme that we use for phonics. So I just have everything I need for my lessons in one place, and it's just really useful to keep it in there. Also, this cover is adorable and I downloaded it from TES, I think. Just really cute. Also, I put all my stickers in here too. So I have like a little folder with all of those neatly organised. My next video actually is probably going to be a little sticker book flick through. If you want to check that out, then that's coming soon. But yeah, I have a few different ones in my classroom and I just find them really useful, so I recommend. Another essential is one of these, a whistle. I actually got this from Brighton Pride. It was in Primark for the whole Pride festival, and as soon as I saw it I was like, oh my god, that would be the perfect teaching whistle because I love rainbows and so do children. So this has been the whistle I've been using for the past couple of years. For duty, or if you're going outside with children, or PE lessons, it's just an essential. Also, it's the kind of thing you don't really want to share with anyone else, so it's really good just to have your own that you can keep in your drawer. My next essential is something to keep your hot drinks hot and your cold drinks cold. These are my two flasks that I use. You could technically use this to keep your hot drinks hot, and you can put tea and everything in here. But I find it makes it really hot and it doesn't cool down. So instead, what I keep my tea in is this. This was like £4 from Asda, and it's basically just like a thermo mug with a lid, and the lid has like you turn it and you can drink out of it, and it's just really children friendly as well. So I don't really like the idea of having a mug on my desk. You never really know what's going to happen. I feel like it just gets spilled, or when I'm walking from the staff room to my classroom, then I just get scared that I will like spill it or something. So in here it's safe, I can walk through the school and not feel like I'm going to burn any children, and also it keeps it really warm. It doesn't like last all day like the other bottle does, but you could last a good hour or so and it will stay warm. So if I make a cup of tea at break time, like an hour and a half later, it'll be okay. So that's like a good alternative, and it's a really pretty colour as well, so yeah, essential. So a lot of teachers have teacher toolkits, and they're just like these giant gorgeously organised teacher toolkits, and has everything you could possibly need, including like scissors and post-it notes and all these things. However, I do actually have a lot of storage in my classroom and I really didn't need it. I used some like little boxes in my cupboard and it was fine. So I didn't bother having a teacher toolkit, and I wouldn't make one until you kind of know your classroom. However, I have a lot of like little things like paper clips, border clips, blue tack, rubbers, sharpeners, like little things like that. I just didn't really have a place that I could get to really quickly. So I did find this little tiny teacher toolkit. It was like £3 from Tiger, and I made it up with my little labels, and I just love it so much. I find it so helpful just to have those little essentials really easy to grab. So I do recommend maybe having a smaller one, or I would probably just wait and see what your classroom's like, what's there already, and then if you think you need some extra little storage like that, then really affordable and really fun to make. So yeah, I love it. My last classroom essential is cushions. Obviously this is not overall essential and it's not really going to affect the children's learning and making your life easier. I just find it makes the classroom feel really homey. I have a few in my reading corner and I just love it. And this one especially, it says like kind, and it's a really nice colour, and it just matches my whole aesthetics, and just a nice little message for the children. And yeah, that was from Shein, and they just have like those little cushion covers. They normally have really cute ones actually for like classrooms, so I would check it out, and you can just put it in a cushion that you already have, or get one really cheap. So before I end the video, I just wanted to mention some things that you should kind of just wait until you see your classroom before you start buying. Because when I started getting ready for my classroom, I bought all these things. I got so many books because I was like, I need to fill a whole reading corner. But actually, the school that I came in had so many books. Like, my reading corner was already full, and in my cupboard there was just like so many more books, and I have to try and rotate them because there's so many. And realistically, the ones that I have, I've literally just kept, apart from like really nice ones that I want to use. The main ones I just sort of kept in my box because there's so many other books to use. So start buying all the books you could possibly get, unless there's some like really special ones you think you'd like to share with the children. For example, more PSHE books that have like a moral to them if you want to discuss like kindness or inclusive behaviour and things like that. But overall, I would just hold fire on the books. Another thing I'd wait to get is classroom storage. For example, little baskets, a teacher trolley, all these things that a lot of people get in advance where you don't really know what your classroom is going to have already. My classroom had so much storage, loads of like drawers and cupboard space, and I felt really, really lucky, and I was just so glad that I didn't go crazy and buy loads of storage beforehand. So yeah, just wait. You'll have plenty of time over summer to get things if you need it. Like, every shop has loads of amazing storage, so just wait right now and yeah, have a look at what you have already. Another thing to wait before buying is a lanyard. I see a lot of people buying these really gorgeous like beaded lanyards and just like pretty ones from online. However, personally, my school only allows you to wear the one they gave you, just the staff lanyard. We're not allowed to wear any others, so just wait and check to see what your school allows before you spend money and get another lanyard. So before I end the video, I just want a quick reminder to everyone that the more money you spend on your classroom doesn't make you a better teacher. You don't need to spend all this money and buy all these things for your classroom that you might not even have space for, to be honest. The things I've mentioned in the video just personally help me and make my life easier. Just don't worry about spending loads of money on other things in the classroom. Like, everything you technically need will be provided for you, so don't panic. I know how it is when you get so excited about having your own classroom, you just want to buy everything, but just like calm down. Also, the sad truth is children break things, and it's okay, they're only young, but the amount of things I bought and they've kind of broken, it's kind of put me off buying anything else. Anyway, that's the end of the video, and I really hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see any more teaching content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!